this is the tier 10 Japanese heavy tank, the Type 71. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting this tank on a tier list, and I'm going to be reviewing it while this replay goes on. So basically this tank was really good back in the day. Like, I remember it being one of the most broken tanks when it came to armor. Like, it had a decent gun, I guess you could say, but like the armor was so crazy just from the fact that like no one was running penetration right back in the day, because it was so much more beneficial to run I forget what it's called, like supercharger or something like that. Just basically reload time was just way better, right? And yeah, no, this tank wasn't like, no, mediums weren't able to pen this tank from the front. Like maybe with premiums, but with regulars, like it was crazy, you know. Oh, this tank features a 460 alpha, like 2.4k DPM, which is not bad. Yeah, it's about, like, it's got decent mobility, it's not bad, but it just feels super sluggish when it comes to like clutching games and so on. It's not slow as you can see, but it's definitely like, it just feels sluggish, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, nice lag by the way. I went here and I was absolutely shocked when I saw that T57 heavy just sitting there. That was crazy. I don't get what people are doing. It's 2026. Like, come on. Waffen gets spotted, stays there for another like 5 seconds, and then decides to go away. Okay. Here I see the Type 71 heavy again, and it doesn't pen. I was gonna shoot premiums. That's another thing. Premiums are super beneficial to shoot on this tank. Not only do you gain a lot of pen, but you only lose 10 alpha damage, right? So it's basically, the only downside of it is minus 10 alpha damage, and you're using credits every time you shoot, and that's it. Right, other than that, the premiums are definitely worth it to use. Now the VZ55 completely overswings me, because I don't think I have a singular teammate in sight behind me. I don't know where they are. We have the Grail, and then this guy up here, and then everyone's just down here. And we actually bounced 2 shells from this guy, right? And then we bounced one from the Waffen trigger. Now this is no coincidence, right? As you can see, I was at this, around this much of an angle, right? From their perspective. As you can see, the angle, this angle right here, is the most beneficial. Because if you're just standing like this from the front, yeah, they can pen you, you know, in the front play. Whereas when you're standing like this, they can only pen you here, and then the common spots like the turret, right? But they're not gonna be able to hit that if you kind of move around. Basically, what I'm trying to say is they have a lot less of a chance penning you like this, rather than if you're standing like this and not doing anything, you can do this and wiggle, right? You can see even if we switch to premiums, it's not too bad, right? Especially if you're using the 9 degrees of gun depression. Now this tank actually has 2 things. We can see here, it's either you can choose 9 degrees of gun depression, or you can choose mobility, or I think it's mobility. Yeah, I think it's mobility. Run the gun depression. I can't stress how important it is to run the damn gun depression. Like this is no effect compared to this. Just run the gun depression. It gains 3 degrees of gun depression. You go from 6 to 9 degrees, right? Anyway, we continue. We have the M60 now pushing up on me. I don't think I get a bounce from him. Not sure. No. That guy penned me. Probably even switched me. You can see the 114 SP2 really helping me here. I go for the overswing. I decide to shoot the VZ55 because it's not worth it. You know, it's better to get them both low than just try and risk a shot not hitting anyone. Here I push up on this base, knowing that the Waffen is probably going to shoot me from there, but it's fine. Because I try and angle it, as you can see again. Once again, you have to try and angle it. Let me speed up here. You have to try and angle it like so, right? Even though this VZ might not bounce me anymore. From this guy's angle, see? Look, if we go here again. hard to plan. Make sure you do that. That is one of the most crucial parts of this round. You do actually get one more bounce from the visa, which is very nice and also very crucial. Again, we get a bounce from the Waffenträger. We get a nice shot into him. See the accuracy. You know what? The accuracy, people say it's really bad. I don't think it's all that bad. You just kind of have to aim in slightly. You know. Now the reload is kind of what puts it down a bit. You know, now with today's meta, there's so much autoloaders and quickly reloading tanks that do almost the same alpha as this tank. But you kind of sacrifice everything for that HP and armor. You know, I think this thing should slowly be considered a super heavy, if not already be considered a super heavy. It is pretty insane how you have 9 degrees of impression with that amount of armor, with that amount of HP. And the alpha damage. And then you also have that, as I said before, that premium, basically like no knockoff. So here, I could shoot this Hori without it being too bad. Like if I decided to switch to premiums, which I don't, if I did, I would have hit for 389 instead of 300, right? But it's fine, it doesn't matter. Here I decided to capture the base, obviously. We have a KPZ 50 ton. And we have our grill and our 114 SP2. This was very scary for me because I thought he might kill me, but he ended up, I think, bouncing me right here, as you can see. Jesus Christ, this way. So I was over angle. I hear the KPZ 50 ton shoot. I push up a bit more. I decide to go for the hitter and I hit it. That is 5.3 thousand damage and 3.8 thousand damage blocked, which results in an ace. You know, so you know these days you don't really like you don't get aces as much. Like I used to get aces all the time, but not anymore. Like I don't know why. Also, it was my birthday when I was doing, not my birthday, but the tank's birthday when I was doing this game, so I got 264k credits. Which is nice. This thing is normally not a credit making machine, I'll tell you that much. For our tier list, I'm gonna put this tank. We go to our tier list, tier 10. Let's go to heavies. I'm gonna put this tank at. It's so hard, but it's between A and B. I think with today's meta, it might just be B, almost A. They get all. It depends on the maps, you know. I think if I could put it in the middle, I would. For the sake of this, I'm just gonna put it at B. Because you know you have so much other tanks in meta right now. Like for example, the Chieftain Super Conk. You know. I don't know. Let me know your opinions down below where you would put this tank. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.